She was intelligent, courageous, and determined to change a nation haunted by division and hatred. She rose from the dusty hills of southern Rwanda to become the first female prime minister, a historic feat in a deeply patriarchal society. But her vision of unity and justice would cost her everything. This is the controversial, heart-wrenching, and brutally honest story of Agathe Uwilingiyimana, a woman betrayed by her own government, sacrificed in silence during one of Africa's darkest hours. Stay with us as we unveil the political power plays, her courageous stand against ethnic hatred, and the chilling events that led to her brutal assassination at the dawn of the Rwandan genocide. This is not a story for the faint of heart. This is the silenced flame of Agathe Uwilingiyimana. Before we dive into this gripping journey of political history, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you never miss powerful stories like this one. Let's keep history alive, one story at a time. Agathe was born on May 23, 1953, in Nyaruhenjeri, a rural commune in southern Rwanda. In a country already boiling with ethnic tension, she knew what it meant to live on the margins. Yet, unlike many others, she refused to be defined by it. She excelled in school and went on to study chemistry at the National University of Rwanda. She later became one of the few female university professors in the country. But teaching was never enough. She saw a country crumbling under the weight of ethnic quotas, corrupt leadership, and violent ideologies. In 1992, she took a bold step, joining the Republican Democratic Movement, or MDR. Her charisma, intellect, and unwavering ethics set her apart. That same year, she was appointed Minister of Education, and almost immediately, she challenged the status quo. She abolished the discriminatory system of ethnic quotas in schools, sparking outrage among Hutu extremists who saw her as a traitor to their cause. Her audacity only grew. By July 1993, amid civil war and international pressure, Agathe was appointed Prime Minister. A symbolic win, but behind the scenes, powerful men plotted her political demise. As Prime Minister, Agathe confronted a government that was a ticking time bomb. She was expected to be a puppet, but Agathe was no one's pawn. She pushed for implementation of the Arusha Accords, an agreement meant to end the civil war between the Hutu government and the Tutsi-led Rwandan Patriotic Front. But inside her own party, MDR, extremists launched a smear campaign. They accused her of favoritism toward Tutsis, of being a radical, of defying Hutu power. Their hate wasn't just political, it was personal. Rwanda's radio stations, already infamous for inciting hatred, began painting Agathe as a danger to the Hutu majority. She was isolated. Her cabinet undermined her. Armed militias like the Interahamwe whispered about her like a shadowed target. She was Prime Minister in name, but a prisoner in her own country. Still, she fought. Until the night the sky fell. April 6, 1994. A missile struck the plane carrying President Juvenal Habyarimana. Within minutes, all hell broke loose. While the world debated who fired the missile, Hutu extremists executed their plan. They blamed the RPF. But they also blamed moderates, like Agathe. That night, Agathe and her family hid in fear. She called the United Nations, pleading for protection. Belgian UN peacekeepers were dispatched. But by dawn, the house was surrounded. Her children were hidden by brave neighbors. But the soldiers found Agathe and her husband. They were dragged away, beaten, and executed. 10 Belgian peacekeepers who tried to protect her were tortured and killed, an act designed to force Belgian troops to withdraw, leaving Rwanda at the mercy of genocidal forces. Her body was dumped, naked and mutilated, in the streets. No ceremony. No justice. The prime minister of a sovereign nation, slaughtered like an animal. Not by invaders, but by her own countrymen. Betrayed from within. The killing of Agathe Uwilingiyimana should have stopped the world in its tracks. It didn't. Within hours, the genocide began. Over 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus were murdered in just 100 days. But Agathe's name faded from the headlines. The international community, shamed by the deaths of their own soldiers, quickly evacuated their nationals and left Rwanda to burn. Conspiracy theories swirled. Some said UN officials knew she was targeted. Others accused France and Belgium of complicity in training the militias who later turned on her. Still, no one was held accountable. The transitional government that followed barely mentioned her. Rwanda's own leaders rarely invoked her name, afraid to reawaken questions they had no answers for. Today, Agathe Uwilingiyimana's story is largely unknown to the world. But for those who do remember, she stands as a symbol of hope and of warning. She dared to believe that Rwanda could rise above ethnic hatred. She spoke truth to power. She paid the ultimate price. Her killers still walk among the living. Her children live with the memory of that night. And the world has still not fully reckoned with the silence that followed her death. But her light, however brief, shone in a time of overwhelming darkness. And for that, history will remember her. This was the story of Agathe Uwilingiyimana. Rwanda's silenced flame. Share her story. Speak her name. What does her story teach us? From the life of Agathe Uwilingiyimana, we learn that education is power. She understood that the true revolution begins in the classroom. That to change a nation's future, one must fight discrimination at its root, in its schools. We learn that moral courage is not measured by titles, but by the will to act righteously in the face of danger. When others chose silence or complicity, she chose truth, at great cost. We learn that silence in the face of injustice is complicity. The world's failure to protect her was not just the loss of one life, but a failure that helped open the floodgates to genocide. We learn that true leadership often isolates the righteous. Agathe stood alone, but she never stood down. And finally, we must remember her not merely as a victim, but as a warrior, Rwanda's brief but burning conscience. In remembering her, we are reminded that history is not only shaped by presidents and generals, but by women who refuse to be silent. Let her name echo in the halls of memory. Agathe Uwilingiyimana. The flame that dared to burn against the wind. If this story moved you, if it made you think, or opened your eyes to a piece of African history often overlooked, then don't just scroll away. Subscribe to this channel for more untold stories of leaders who shaped, and shook, their nations. Like, comment, and share this video so others can learn from the rise, and the fall. History has lessons. Let's not ignore them.